How's the expression go? Like, I got gum and I'm all out of gum.
Oh yeah.
How's it
I'm
go?
here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Right. So we're here to hang out with orcs and chew bubble gum, and we're all out of bubble gum. I kind of like orcs. We have more fun with orcs than we do with like the elves of Lothlorien.
I think because orcs are
Our little brothers.
it's like they're evil,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of them, but you feel like you could probably take them in a sword fight if you were like, like a
Yeah,
gun.
but more importantly, could you hang with them?
Yeah, no. Like the smells would kill me. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I mean, the thing I always go back to is how Satan is like by far the most interesting character in Milton's Paradise Lost. Diabolical figure who's dark and menacing, but is also, because they're dark and menacing, they're also kind of like conflicted, and also that makes them kind of interesting. Whereas someone who's perfect and pure, it's what we all want to be and what we all aspire to, but whether or not it makes for exciting fiction is another story.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
We had to get out of Lothlorien. Remember that?
Yeah,
We were like,
I know.
get us
Lothlorien
out of
is.
here.
It's like,
Get us
wow,
out of
everything
here.
is so perfect here. It just is.
The way this chapter works, I think, and it makes it really interesting, is that you have all these different parties, and they have different allegiances to Saruman and Sauron. They're kind of slammed together, and they're trying to work as a unit, trying to work as one. But their conflict speaks of a greater possible conflict between Saruman and Sauron. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they go from being allies to rivals very, very quickly under that.
Right.
scenario.
Well, the other thing that's happening in that too is that Grishnakh wants to take the hobbits to the Nazgul.
Yeah.
That's on the other side of the river, and this is where we confirm that Legolas did indeed shoot the fell beast out from underneath the Nazgul, like, because they said, "Oh, if you're gonna get another beast shot out from under him," so
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny how they were kind of trash talking the Nazgul.
Yeah. Like there was like one line in there that's always stuck with me. Like, he said Nazgul. Oh God, he savored it.
I can find the page if you want.
Yeah.
So here we go. Down Nazgul, said Grishnakh, shivering and licking his lips as if the word had a foul taste that he savored painfully. That's
Right.
a strange line.
Yeah, that is a strange line, but I was always like, "Oh, that makes so much sense." Like, it sums up to me the orc relationship with probably like particularly with Mordor, because I got to imagine that if you were okay, let me ask you this: if you were an orc, right, would you want to be a Mordor orc or an Uruk-Hai? Because it seems like Saruman would probably treat his orcs a little bit better. You know what I'm talking about? Like.
Right. Well, he does treat him better. What does he do? He gives them
man flesh.
Man flesh.
Yeah. Yeah. But it seems like he does not like. Okay, Saruman was good. Was a compassionate wizard at one time, and I still think he feels like he's doing good. Like the end justifies the means. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You think on some level?
Yeah, like I still think that but like going to Mordor just seems like it's just like hopeless. Like those orcs have like seen a few things. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but Sauron is like the original. He's like the OG. He's like the original gangster. You know what I'm saying? Sauron.
Right.
And he's like the legit. He's like the real guy, the real deal. Where it just seems like Saruman is more of a wannabe.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like he's new at the evil thing. I mean, relatively
he's new
speaking,
to the evil thing, right? Can you imagine him trying to like be evil and he's like, no, I'm just not getting it.
But honestly, I don't think Saruman like viewed himself as evil. He couldn't understand like why Gandalf wouldn't just join him. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't think like the complexity of Saruman is like he doesn't think he's evil. So I don't. I think that the orcs are evil, right?
So
Don't
so
get me.
so 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 you're saying that breeding orcs and men together and then feeding those orcs man flesh isn't evil?
No, I'm not saying that it's not evil. Don't get me
Yes, you are.
wrong. Don't put words in my mouth.
Kind of sounds like you're saying that.
Yeah. So you're saying you like orcs,
You like man flesh.
right? No, but what I'm saying is like I think like like he's less evil than like he doesn't have the evil thing down yet, you
He's getting
know?
there.
Yeah.
Well,
But
he's
it's
got
like
his
it
big
seems
tower. There's Lugburs and there's Orthonk. You got the tower. You
right,
got the.
but here's the thing though. Okay, so if you look at Saruman, right, like giving man flesh to the orcs, like if orcs ate, broccoli, he would give orcs broccoli. It's not like you know what I'm saying? It's like a pragmatic thing.
It's like having a pet snake and giving them mice.
Yes. Yes. I think that's what
That's what they
it,
eat.
right. So it's like, well, if I have to,
But it also sounds like a delicacy. Like they would prefer man flesh. And Jackson
yeah.
kind of plays on this when he's like, "Can I eat your legs?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Please, can I eat your legs?"
Oh, they look nice. Yeah,
I
yeah, no,
love,
absolutely. But the original point is, I would much rather be like an orc in Isengard than an orc in
Well,
Mord.
you might get treated better. Yet I go back to this thing that there's a certain kind of cachet with
Yes,
Sauron because he's the original, and he's got cool stuff. Like he's got Nazgul. Like Saruman
right.
doesn't have Nazgul, even though Ugluk like kind of trash talks the Nazgul here.
Yeah,
Grishnakh says no. You don't even understand how cool Nazgul are. Okay,
yeah.
like if
You
you
have
could
no
see
idea,
one, you
bro.
wouldn't be talking like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And it's like you affiliate if you're really evil in an orc, you're like, well, I want to be on the team that has the Nazgul. It has or
yeah.
a druid. It has like the fire mountain. It has like
Sauron has a Ferrari.
it's like, yes. I want to be on the team with the guy with the Ferrari and the leather jacket.
Yeah. He looks awesome. No, but here's the other thing though too. Here's the one thing in the chapter we're kind of bouncing around all over the place. When you look at the mountain orcs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit. They're just kind of like we're here to do death, destruction, stuff like that. They there really is no like hierarchy there other than like
Yeah.
the biggest guy is the leader, and then they just kind of do what what they do. It's probably like scavengers, right?
Yeah.
Um, the Moria orcs are driven by fear. You know what I'm talking about? They're like if we
Right.
don't do this, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to you're going to forfeit your life, or blah blah blah. Whereas the Isengard orcs seem like we'll be rewarded with man flesh. We there's like a definite reward system going on
Well,
in
it's interesting
Isengard.
that Tolkien does, in fact, seem to make the Uruk-Hai from Isengard, the Isengard regiment. He seems to make them more able to stick to principle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like Ugluk is like, no, we're not going to just mess with these hobbits because it's fun. We
Yeah,
actually have a
yeah.
mission here that we're going to stick to. We're going to take them unspoiled back to just because that's our orders and that's what we're going to do, And so,
Yeah.
in a way, they're more refined, almost more civilized.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for lack of a better term, it's like that's like they seem like they mean business, and
They're
again,
more
it's there's
they're more like a military. They
yeah,
exhibit more
yeah,
military discipline than the rabble that comes out of Moria, that I can tell.
yeah, but it's kind of illustrated in this whole thing where the Nazgul are gonna they'll kill you, and, basically it's like you lose your head, like if we don't get this done, like the Lugburs is gonna be very
Mm,
upset. It's like all of fear driven, with the
yeah,
Moria orcs, and it's all reward driven with the Isengard. And that's what it seems like to me anyway.
I have to say, like in a lesser genre or lesser breed of fantasy, you just get like orcs would be just kind of mean and evil, nasty, and be like, I'll stab you,"
Yeah.
right? But with Tolkien, he makes them more colorful, and they say like this knife will tickle you.
Yeah.
The idea that a knife will tickle you is just like kind of creepier, and
Well, you know what?
and
You know
makes
what
it more
is?
interesting than just your like very generic, like, I'm an evil orc, I'm going to stab you with my
Yeah.
pointy knife,
Like the villains were all like poets. They spoke in like what was the Artful Dodger.
Jackson used like Cockney slang and working class British dialects for his orcs, right?
Right.
And the working class Brits are like notorious for their kind of wordplay.
Artful Dodger. I had to kick the Artful Dodger out.
Lodger.
Yeah.
Odd use of words, and so I think even that even comes across in this, and they have like nicknames for people like Snaga or for the Rohirrim or Whiteskins or whatever. Like there's
Snaga was a contemptuous term for the lesser orcs of Mordor and Isengard, used especially among the larger and stronger Uruk-Hai. It came from a word in the Black speech meaning slave or servant. Two orcs named or called Snaga appeared in the Lord of the Rings. So,
that's cool.
Yeah,
I had no
so
idea.
like I said,
I thought it was someone's proper name, but it's just an insult. They're not just like beasts. It's interesting how Tolkien shows them as kind of having an intellect. Although some of it's not exactly Shakespeare, but it's not nothing,
They're smart enough to kind of like communicate, but probably dumb enough to where they probably couldn't figure out like, how to get out of an escape room. It's just like, like bash the door in. If that doesn't work.
Yeah, they're the perfect servants. Like you want them to be smart enough to carry out orders.
Right. Going back to like the Merry and Pippin, like the horrifying, like where it's horrifying, is because there is like, and you pointed out, there is such a sense of imbalance. Like, this could go south like any minute.
Yeah, totally. Totally go sideways.
It reminds me of like going like being in high school and going to the desert parties, right? Where you've got like all these like different like teenage boys like that are all feeling their testosterone,
right?
And everyone's like come at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
you got like the punks and the metal kids and the skinheads
and like there's like this this uneasy truce because they're there to see DRI or whatever.
Right, exactly.
But like it could go south at any minute. Like someone could say something, and it's not even like that you would even think about it. Like it's just like that's just how it is.
But part of that is that uneasy truce and that ability to go south at any moment was also part of the excitement in the air at the desert shows, or as there is a kind of the similar excitement in the air in this chapter. Probably more so than in the last chapter, for instance.
I think Merry and Pippin could probably do without that excitement, but
right, they're like, I've had enough excitement.
It's too much excitement.
So here's the thing: like when Grishnakh seizes his chance, because again he's more of a Mordor orc, and you think like he must have some premonition that Merry and Pippin might have this ring. And so he's going to get his chance to like get it either for himself or bring it back to Sauron. But he's not going to, he doesn't want Ugluk to take it to Orthanc and to Isengard. So he seizes his chance. So right here, a thought came suddenly into Pippin's mind. So Grishnakh is kind of trying to like look for the ring while Ugluk and these other orcs are kind of distracted with the battle.
Yeah.
And the thought came suddenly into Pippin's mind as if caught direct from the urgent thought of his enemy. Grishnakh knows about the ring. He's looking for it, while Ugluk is busy. He probably wants it for himself. Cold fear was in Pippin's heart, yet at the same time he was wondering what use he could make of Grishnak's desire.
Yeah.
I
wonder if Grishnakh was part of like the orcs that captured Gollum and was there when he was being tortured.
Well, good to point that out. I think that's what's actually implied here, because later they're like, so, I don't think you'll find it that way, implying the ring. Yeah. And then for a moment, Pippin was silent. Suddenly in the darkness, he made a noise in his throat. Gollum, Gollum, nothing, my precious, he added. The hobbits felt Grishnak's fingers twitch. Oh ho, hissed the goblin softly. He called him a goblin. That's what he means, is it? Oh, very, very dangerous, my little ones. So, he's like, so that's what you mean, huh? So you're right. The only explanation here is that Grishnakh knew that Gollum was tortured in Mordor. Somehow he was either aware of it, maybe he was present.
Yeah,
He must know about the ring, which is very tricksy.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously knows about the ring. He knows about Gollum, and that's usually top secret stuff. You know, as far as like what his ultimate goal was, that would be interesting to like speculate on.
Right. Let's speculate about that. But first, real quick, so it seems that Grishnakh was present in Mordor, but the fact that Pippin thought, I mean, he must have really been paying attention in Rivendell or something. Why would Pippin say Gollum? He must have known, like, okay, maybe it just struck me as like, wow, Pippin was really on his game. He knew that this might be a way, by saying Gollum, to kind of like very cheekily suggest what he wants to suggest here.
Yeah, just it seems like Grishnakh is kind of slipping a chain here, but the ring's not there to like tempt him, so he's just like unhinged anyway. You know what I'm talking about? So there's no like,
right. He doesn't even know what he's getting into.
No.
It's not there, but he thinks that there must be something special that everyone's kind of secret, like whispering about, and that he might have heard rumors of, and he's like like just kind of crazed about like, oh, what could it be? I'm going to like find it for myself. Or maybe he does know like its powers and its history. And then he's really tempted just in the prospect of finding something like that.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like in a situation like this, I'm pretty sure, like, or I would hazard a guess that he knows like some kind of weapon. He probably doesn't know what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, didn't Ugluk say it's an elvish weapon that the boss wants for the war?
Yeah, some kind of elvish weapon yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
who knows like how specific their knowledge of this really is.
Yeah. But because no one in Mordor, for the most part, with the exception of Sauron, kind of ever seen the ring, you know, or like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, because he lost it.
Maybe the Nazgul.
Yeah, the Nazgul for sure. But I mean, like, okay, so like there's 10 beings in Mordor that have seen the ring. Like
another orc's like, I saw it long ago.
I saw it. Like, no, you didn't. You're a liar. Actually, no, but Gollum saw the ring. And I guess it doesn't matter.
But I mean, I think the orcs kind of gossip with one another, and I think like that gossip has been handed down, I'm sure, like by word of mouth, an oral tradition of this big ring that their master used to own. And so maybe through just that, you know, just like word of mouth through the generations. So what do we think? Let's speculate. What if Grishnakh was able to find the ring? What would he have done with it? I mean, obviously the hobbits don't even have it.
Go find Bilbo, and they'd sell the mithril coat and go down to Minas Tirith and visit the red light district.
Red light district in Minas Tirith. Like, hey, I got this ring. What do you want for it? Yeah.
No, I don't know. That's like an interesting thing, because I honestly, I think if Grishnakh got the ring, it would probably not last that long. You would probably have the Nazgul on there really, really quick.
Oh, right. And he's being a lowly creature. He would not have any clue how to put it through its paces and really get any kind of power out of it.